Hi everybody! Hello! Cuando ves a los dioses la quieren ver, ya no perderemos tiempo, se te ve. Yo solo la miré y me gustó, me pegué, le invité y bailemos. La noche está para un reggaetón lento, esos que no se bailan hace tiempo. Yo solo la miré y me gustó, me pegué, le invité y bailemos. La noche está para un reggaetón lento. Hello, hello, hello! How are we doing? Hello, 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 my peoples. I'm so excited to be here with you. It's a Saturday. That means it's a good day. That means Rasa have something to do. And that is to spend time with you. Hello, hello, everybody. Are you saying hello to each other? Let me put my binoculars on. Yay, everybody's here. Fantastic. Jonathan, hello, my darling. Layla is here. Marisa, thank you so much for your donation. Thank you so much. Deliri is here. Marisa, yes, there we go. Susanna, Anna, hello. I'm looking forward to this as well, Anna. Rushane, Marilu, oh my love, Marilu is here. Matt, lovely to see Matt. Mr. D is in the house, of course. Ortendo, as always, so generous. Thank you so much, darling. And Ruby Labas Vakaras, indeed. We have so many more. Victoria, oh my goodness. Okay, guys, I have an exciting class ready for you today. But before we get into the class, I want to make a quick announcement. Now, I'm going to make the same announcement tomorrow as well. But this class is for everybody, and tomorrow is just for the ladies, so I don't want to miss the guys hearing what I'm about to say. And that is, it's Layla's birthday tomorrow. Woo! Layla's birthday. Guys, in the comments, it's Layla Sharifulina. Sharifulina. She's Russian. But it's Layla's birthday. She is a very good friend of mine. And guys, send her your love. If you know her, if you don't, bother her. She loves to be bothered. So shower her with love and affection. And look, she just donated money, Layla. You see, if you want me to mention your birthday, donate £5. I'm joking. She's just a good friend. That's why she's supporting the penniless dancer. That's what's happening here. Anywho, it's her birthday tomorrow, but you know, some of you might not get the chance to say happy birthday to her, so I thought I'll mention it here as well, because you know, some of you have been here with her learning all of these classes for such a long time. Oh, Jonathan, is it your birthday as well? You just donated £5. Thank you so much, Jonathan. Thank you. Yes, Mr. D. Yes. Okay, now we had that out of the way. Now, Layla, don't get carried away, okay? Focus on the class. And now we're going to do bachata. But, guys, today we're doing bachata fusion, okay? Now, bachata fusion, I don't think we've done a lot of bachata fusion. So let me just explain what it actually is. Now, what it is now is different what it was before. So I am an old school bachatera. I started dancing bachata when bachata was not here. The central bachata didn't even exist. Yes. So bachata fusion, we used to call a bachata when you fuse different styles together. So usually, like if you dance a bit of Dominican and you put some turns in, you do bachata moderna. Maybe you do some bachata tango elements, like you take some hip hop elements, you put in a bachata. So anything that you would kind of like just bring out other dances and stuff, and you put it in bachata, we call it bachata fusion. It's like fusing many different things in one. Not anymore so much. Well, it's still the same. You would still call it bachata fusion when you fuse things together. But now there's also specific style that is referred to as bachata fusion. And that was basically happened because of few dances that were more like a hip hop dances. They more like, used reggaeton songs that were remixed into bachata, and they added a lot of hip hop funk elements, all kinds of like whacking and stuff. It's more like street, right? So they put a lot of street elements onto a reggaeton uh, bachata remixes, and that's what now is really known as bachata fusion. So one of the couples you might recognize would be like Letty and Abdel, and they are phenomenal what they do, right? But they mostly dance on remix songs, not always, you know. And you can do bachata fusion, the new one, on any song, but they mostly base it on the music that would represent their style, if that makes any sense. So I thought we could actually do a class with bachata fusion. So I picked a song that most of you should know. It's a really old song, but it was really hard to pick music because, again, you know, YouTube like blocks me if I use something, you know, that I'm not supposed to be using. So a lot of the music I want to use, sometimes I can't. But this song I love, and I'm sure you know this song as well. And I have a little like routine ready for you with actual bachata fusion elements in it, and I'll explain why it is what it is as we go along as well. And hopefully we can have some fun in the meantime while we're learning bachata fusion. I should have bought a bottle. Guess there is where tomorrow. Yes, yes, bottle tomorrow. We're celebrating whoever's coming tomorrow. We actually celebrating latest birthday tomorrow. So make sure you bring your bottles, your cakes, and all of the rest. We're gonna make that happen as well. Oh, Jonathan's birthday in November. Okay, we'll celebrate it in November, Jonathan, today. All right, guys. So we're going to do a little warm up and then we're going to get this party started. Now, guys, as we do the warm up, we're going to use the song that we actually going to be using for choreography, just so you would get to know the song a little bit better, okay? But we're just going to do normal bachata steps. Don't worry about anything. It's just a warm up. And then we're going to do the actual routine as we go along, okay? So let me know if you recognize the song. I really hope so. It's an old one, but everybody should know this song. Hey, Rina. Hello. Okay, let's get it started. Little warm up. Here we go. On the spot. 1. Basic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice and relaxed. Nice and relaxed. Melodiza su cintura. Cuando bailas a los dioses la quieren ver. Ya no perderemos tiempo. Pícala. Solo miremos, me pegué, invité, bailamos. La fiesta para un reggaeton lento. Y no se baila hace tiempo. Entonces solo la miré y me gustó, me pegué, le invité, bailemos. La noche está para un reggaeton lento. Esos que no se bailan hace tiempo. Permíteme bailar contigo esta pieza. Entre tus labios, siento tu belleza. Me encanta tu firmeza, te mueve con destreza. Y muévete, muévete, muévete. Rica la pinta, mira mi vida, sube la doma. Dale para arriba donde está la soltera. Y la que no está bien, sin miedo. Muévete, muévete. Solo la miré y me gustó, me pegué, le invité, bailemos. La noche está para un reggaeton lento. Esos que no se bailan hace tiempo. Yo solo la miré y me gustó, me pegué, le invité, bailemos. La noche está para un reggaeton lento. Esos que no se bailan hace tiempo. Baila conmigo. Guys, on the spot. La noche está para un reggaeton lento. Esos que no se bailan hace tiempo. One shoulder. Es imposible darnos las horas. Cada minuto contigo es un sueño. Quisiera ser su confidente. Change direction, backwards, back. ¿Por qué no te atreves si lo hacemos ahora? No te pongas tímida, estamos todas solas. Miré, me gustó, me pegué, le invité, bailemos. Let's go, esos que no se bailan hace tiempo. Yo solo la miré, me gustó, me pegué, le invité, bailemos. La noche está para un reggaeton lento. Esos que no se bailan hace tiempo. There you go, nice and sweet, nice and sweet. So guys, do you recognize the song? I hope so. I hope so. Hey, Ortendo recognizes the song. Excellent. Okay, guys, so now, as I say, Bachata fusion, we're doing a little bit of fusion in infusing different kinds of street elements into this bachata. Okay, that's what's going to make it a little bit more bachata fusion than a normal bachata, right? So now, we're going to start a really easy step by step. And what I'm going to try and do and give you a couple of bits where it's possible styling for the leaders, for men, and I'm going to give you a couple of styling points for followers or girls, however you see it. Yes? So now we're going with the basic, and we're only going to do half of the basic. 1, 2, 3, and 4 on the left foot. Basic. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now here, attention. You're going to do a body movement situation, but it's only one step, and it's going to be a long moment. Okay, we're going to take the whole 5, 6, 7, 8 to do this movement. So take your time. Now, what's going to happen, my head is going to initiate the movement. And I'm going to do a little wave from down upwards as I come up. Now, this movement here, you have to imagine that there is like something right here, like a pole or a line or something, and you need to go through it, right? From underneath. So you need to go from underneath, and then you need to come back up and continue with your way, right? That's how you want to visualize this move. But now, to make it a little bit more nice, you want to take your right leg, take that step as you start your movement. So I am starting my movement, I take that step, and as I go through, I raise my head first, and then I finish with my body. Yes? So now this is where styling will come in handy. For the leaders, keep your arms by your side, and as you do, I'll show you from this direction, as you do this movement, you come back pretty quickly. It's here, come back pretty quickly, right? And here, come back pretty quickly, and keep your arms by your side. Yes? So it becomes like whoop, and you actually can also take a little bit bigger step if you want and take it through. And you can actually spot as well to the center when you're going here and you're coming back, spot to the center, and you're ready to continue dancing. Keep that angle position. So you have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and you're ready for 1 again. Yes? Keep practicing that. Now, ladies, this is an option for you. You can actually, because in kind of bachata fusion, for the ladies, usually women choose whether they're going to be more on a masculine side or more on a feminine side. So sometimes they match the guy and they do exactly the same as a guy would do. And sometimes the ladies go to a little bit more feminine, sexy style. None of it is wrong or right, it's just different. In that case, you can actually place the hand on top of the leg that's going out and actually arch your bum as you're coming back a little bit more. So as you're going through, you're going to be arching and then coming back. So then your dip becomes a little bit more, and then that finishing with the bum thrust is what gives that a little bit more feminine, street, sexy heel thing, right? So that's going to be your options. Guys, my mother just wrote me a comment. Yurate is my mother, guys. The last comment in Lithuanian, she wrote me, "You look very beautiful." Ačiū mamyte, labai tave myliu. So, ladies, if you want to go more, just place the hands here, one on top of the other on the leg. So you're still gonna start with your head, right? But as you start with your head and you're going under, you take that step, you place the hands, and you see, I do a little arch there, and you can even look at your boom boom, because if you look, somebody else will as well, right? So you look, and then you come back just as normal. But the timing is the same. So if you choose to do deeper, the timing is the same as for the guys when they did here, right? So make sure you just do it a little bit quicker so you could come back in time, right? So you got your options. I will mix and match. Sometimes I'll do the leaders one, sometimes I'll do the followers, okay? But we start on the left foot. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3. We go, and 5, 6, 7, 8. One more time. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. So now, don't worry, we're going to come back to it. We're going to practice a little bit more, but let's just continue a little bit. So now, on the left foot, we are in an angle. I am ready to go forward, forward, and back, which is half of my campana. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the campana is usually forward, forward, back, and tap, forward, forward, back, and tap. Yes? It's still 3 steps and tap, so we're still gonna go left, left, and tap, right? But it ends up being like I'm changing direction. So if I'm angled to the right, by the end of the campana, I'm now angled to the left, right? Only half of it. We're not gonna come back the other way. So we're doing half campana again. 5, 6, 7, we go. Left, left, and tap. One more time. 5, 6, forward. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Yes? 5, 6, 7, and forward, forward, back, and tap. After the tap, you have your right foot free. This is when we're gonna play with the syncopations, and we're gonna go 5 and 6 and 7, 8. Okay? Now the movement itself is gonna be here. Yes? We just basically bring our elbows a little bit close to our body, and we have a little bit of tension here. If we have a little bit of tension here, can you see? We got the movement, right? I'm just moving my shoulders up and down. Anytime you do this movement, try to see if they're coming a little bit too high. If you covering your neck, it's not beautiful anymore, right? So just make sure that whatever the movement is happening is enough. Whatever it is, just don't cover your neck. Now, the step itself is 5 and 6 and 7, 8. 5 and 6 and 7, 8. I am pushing myself from my left foot onto the right. Right, left, right, left, right. Take a step and tap. After the step, remember you have your 1 again, which is your left foot. So just be ready on 1 to go on your left foot. So you did your campana and you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 and 7, 8. Basic 2, 3, 4 now. Yes? 5 and 6 and 7, 8. 5 and 6 and 7, 8. Now, you could potentially do with the hip a little bit more as well, but I say let's not push it too hard for now. We can always do a little bit more later, but for now, I would rather you focus on the hips as you take your step in a syncopation, right? Just a straight line, ta, 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 step, tap, right? And just continue. What do we have here? La Bachata Fusion. Started dancing it and going lessons after the first. Oh, fantastic. After Blackpool Tower. That's great. Oh, yay. Well, I'm glad somebody knows Bachata Fusion. Okay, guys. Let's try it one more time. Starting with campana. 5, 6, 7 campana. 1, 2, 3 syncopation. 5 and 6 and 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4. One more time. Campana. Forward, forward, back, and tap. Tiki, tiki, ti, ah. Okay? 5, 6, 7 campana. 1, 2, 3, and tap. Tiki, tiki, ti, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. How are we feeling, guys? If you're doing okay, just give me a little thumbs up so I know that we can definitely move along. And if you're doing bad, just don't say bad, just say, give me a question or something, okay? But don't say just bad. Let me know why. Which shoulder goes first up, right or left? I'm gonna start 1, 2, 3, 4, already prepared up. So I'm probably gonna go with the down first. I don't think there's a huge difference. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 and 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think there's any difference whatsoever whether you're going to start with one shoulder or the other. Like literally, I think you're going to be okay. Because overall, it's how you're going to prepare the body. Now, if you naturally, I think when you're doing campana, because you are angling, your shoulder is already back. Your shoulder is down, the one that is your right hand, right? So your right shoulder is already down naturally when you're doing campana. So I would say that's a good place to start and then just start going upwards because it was down. But if you finish your campana in completely straight line, I don't see why can't you just start by going down as well. It's isolation. You're isolating the top part of your body and you're isolating your feet. If your upper body would be influencing your feet, it would be a different structure. But now it's isolation, it's disattachment. So you can really start with any shoulder. But I think naturally it will be up a little bit easier. So guys, let's take it from the top. I can see a lot of people doing okay. So we take it from the top. 5, 6, 7, basic. 1, 2, go under. And 5, 6, campana. And 1, 2, syncopation. And 5, and 6, and 7, 8. Make sure your left foot tap. You're going to need it. Now we're immediately going into a prep turn. We're turning the opposite way than we are prepared. I prepare to the left, I turn to the right, all the way. I'm doing the same thing to the other direction, preparing to the right, turn to the left, all the way. Now here, there's going to be an accent before the chorus. And for that accent, I'm going to have a sharp opening with my legs really tight. And as I do, I'm going to drop both of my arms really straight and strong. So it's like an accent, so it's going to be pa. But it's going to be for such a short period of time, you're literally going to just mark it before something else is about to happen, literally for the chorus. So you will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? So instead of tapping, open position. Hi, folks. Yes, the video will remain, not to worry, whatever happens, this video will remain on the channel, so you can always come back to it and don't even worry about it. It's all gonna remain. It always does, every single class. Unless I do an illegal song, then no, but I'm very careful, so it should be fine. So guys, as you turn, your side turn here and the side turn here, you have to remember, bachata is not salsa, yes? We use a lot of our salsa techniques in bachata turns, but in bachata you can relax a little bit more because you have 4 steps rather than 3 steps in salsa. So what do I mean? When I turn 1, 2, it can be slower, the turn. 5, 6, it can be slower, the turn. In salsa, usually it's 1, 2, I turn all the way immediately. Does that make sense? 5, 6, I have to turn all the way immediately. Bachata, you can relax a little bit. So you still want to use your head and everything to, keep your core engaged, to help you with the balance, but don't rush those turns, yes? Just step through. Make sure you're taking 1, 2, 3, and tap. So as I'm going to the left, we have 1 on the right, 2, I'm turning. Keep turning. 3, tap on 4. Make sense? And then I'm preparing to the other direction. 5, I take a step. 6, I continue turning on 7, but make sure you open the legs for the finish. 8, same with the arms, right? It's just going to be one moment. One more time. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is it happening, guys? How's the turns? Oh, Mary Lou, thank you so much for your donation. Thank you, everybody who's donating, guys. These classes are free. It's all based on donations, so thank you very, very much. Layla's doing good. Fantastic. Now, guys, also, you can open your arms every time you're turning. Just a normal opening, just to make sure that you don't look like you're holding yourself tight, right? So just try to relax a little bit. It's not a particular styling. It's just the dancer's body, right? You're keeping this engaged and your arms are by your side. This is both for leaders, followers, whatever gender you are. When you're turning, you can't turn like this. Doesn't matter. You open your arms, you close, you open your arms, down, ready for the chorus. Excelente. We have some people doing great. Excellent. Guys, if you're not doing great, please don't be shy and let me know in the comments. Most likely your question will help somebody else, yes? We have a lot of confident people here that's been with me for a long time, but really don't be shy. Okay, from the top and we try with the music. 5, 6, 7, half basic. 1, 2, going under. 5, 6, 7, campana. 1, 2, 3, syncopation. 5 and 6 and 7, 10. 1, 2, 3, 10. 5, 6, 7. Okay, it is now or never, guys. So now, when the music starts, it's kind of like nice and relaxed. Nothing in particular happening. And then once the song actually happens, we're doing only half basic. So watch it once, and then we're going to do it together. watch once. This is nothing. Now, half basic. Another.
Con su figura, ese trajecito corto le queda bien, combinado con su lipstick color café, ella se ve, hipnotiza su cintura, cuando veas a la que se la quieren ver, ya no tenemos tiempo para hacer.
So guys, second 10 is throwing me off a little bit. Abena, second 10 is throwing you off probably because of the opening, right? So after you're doing the first 10 finish, right? After you're doing the second bit and you're turning here, make sure that when you're turning, you're not turning yourself to the left, you're turning yourself to the right. And that might actually help you with the balance a little bit more, right? So here, when you're turning the first 10, everything is going this way and it's all normal, right? But that next 10, we need to go backwards. So I start turning on my left and then I open to the right, right? So I start here and I'm turning backwards where I came from, shifting my weight on the right, and that might help you out with the balance as well. Hopefully that helps out. Now, guys, before the music, one more thing. When I play the music, I noticed that I missed out one more part. Forgive me, please. I got so very excited, okay? So we have to do one more little bit, and then we can try with the music. So the bit we missed, before the 10, there's one more half basic with a little booty roll, and then we are turning, okay? So the bit we missed out after we did tiki, 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 ta, basic step, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're doing a booty roll. 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so we missed out one little bit. It's very easy. So guys, we're doing a basic step, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going for the booty roll, right? The booty roll, we've done it a million times before. We're taking a step out, and that booty goes with the momentum of your foot all the way around, and most importantly, it has to finish. So it's a full one, it's not a half one, right? As I am turning my booty, it goes all the way around, shifting my weight. Make sure you collect, and then you're gonna have your turns. Now, one little thing I'm going to say about the booty roll. When you do a booty roll, make sure you don't bend forward, right? We talked about it before. Every time when you're doing the booty, if you're bending forward, it just looks rude. It doesn't actually look like a booty roll. So make sure you arch out a little bit, right? And this is actually super important for the leaders. When you're dancing in the partner work, if you're leading this situation and you're leading the booty roll for the lady, so, or whoever you're dancing with, it's super important that arch, because a lot of the times if the person is behind you, in front of you, they feel like they're bending forwards or backwards. So that is super important for the leaders as well. So when we're going into the basic, 1, 2, 3, take a step and arch. 5, 6, 7, 8, then into your tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So one more time from the top, because the teacher messed up. 5, but forgive me, please. 5, 6, 7, basic. 1, 2, go under. 5, 6, 7, campana. 1, 2, syncopation. 5 and 6 and 7, basic. 1, 2, booty. 5, 6, 7, 10. 1, 2, 3, and open. Boom. Okay, this time for sure. So I hope. Oh, Deliril, thank you so much for your donation, darling. Thank you very, very much. Okay, the anticipated song. You ready? Little intro, and then off we go. Oh, and Victoria as well. Thank you, darling, so much. Thank you for your donation. Hopefully, guys, you're enjoying it so far. Let's go. Breathe. Ready? Immediately we're gonna start. 5, 6, 7, 1, go under. 5, 6, 7,
Trajecito corto le queda bien, combinado con su lipstick color café, hipnotiza su cintura, cuando veas a los que se la quieren ver, no tenemos tiempo para hacer. Yo solo la miré y me emocioné, me pegué, le invité, bailemos, la noche está para abrir.
Damn makes more sense, right? One more time, guys, one more time. So now you know what's happening. You know, if you can speak Spanish, that's great. If you can't, a lot of the times when you're doing this, he's talking about the figure, so figura. When you're doing, for example, this, he's talking about the booty, yes, cintura. So have a listen and associate, right? And now when you know the steps, try to really feel it, okay? Let's go. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. Going under.
Con su figura, besito cuando le queda bien, combinando con su lipstick con los cafés, se ve. Me hipnotiza su cintura, cuando ves a los tíos se la quieren ver, ya no me quedé más tiempo, me acercaré. Yo solo la miré y me gustó, me pegué, la invito y bailemos, la noche está para un reggaeton lento, eso sí no se baila así.
One more, and then we can continue. One more, let's go. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1.
Me trae loco su figura, ese trajecito corto le queda bien, combinado con su lipstick con los cafés, se ve. Me hipnotiza su cintura, cuando ves a los tíos se la quieren ver, ya no me quedé más tiempo, me acercaré. Yo solo la miré y me gustó, me pegué, la invito y bailemos, la noche está para un reggaeton lento.
Okay. Super, the last body movement. Oh, excellent. Guys, is it happening? We're good? So now we did a little intro situation. Now we're going straight for the chorus. And the chorus is really like accented, right? Because you're going da 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 oh da 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 da. So basically, we're going to match that kind of attitude with our isolations. Now, isolations again is super, super important in bachata fusion because hip hop as well, we do all kinds of isolations. So it kind of translates really well with bachata fusion as well. So now the first isolation that we're going to do is a chest pop. Then that chest pop is going to go down. And then as it's going to go down, we're immediately going to do a little touch on the shoulders. We're going to try and create a little bit of flavor with our body roll. So instead of just doing your body roll down, we're going to touch as we're going into the body roll. And it's going to be a quick one, and it's going to come back with a reverse, but with the reverse, it's going to come back with a block with the chest and bring you back. I'm going to break it down. I just wanted to show you very quickly, right? So now we did our opening. Just angle a touch for isolation so it would be easy, okay? So you're in this position. My right leg is kind of facing a little bit the mirrors, and the other leg is just facing that way, right? And my head is somewhere in between. So now, for now, keep your hands here. Don't worry about them too much. Your first isolation is your chest pop forward. That means your legs have to be straight and hard as rocks, as if cement is holding your lower part. And you're pushing your chest out, so naturally your shoulders are a little bit going back as well. Don't squeeze them too much. Keep those hands by your side. But focus on the lower back, exploding your chest forward. Sometimes what happens when you do that explosion, you go a bit low. Yes, nothing is going low. Here's an isolation. Directly forward through the lower back, right? So you got your first explosion forward. Then as you're going back with your chest, your hip is going down, right? So you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. When the chest is moving, your legs are paralyzed. When your hip is moving, you're bending your knees and your left leg is on the toe, right? On the ball of the foot. So you have straight legs, down we go. Straight legs, down we go, okay? Now we're doing a body roll, but we're doing with a touch. So as I start my body roll now, with the body roll, our body is going a little bit like this. So as we do the chest pop, can you see it's straight? As I do my body roll, can you see I'm slightly going like that? Not through my lower back, through my shoulder blade situation. It's slightly inwards because I need to scoot out to make the roll, right? If you're going straight forward, the roll is really small. It's not nice. So we go a little bit like this, But as soon as I start, it's going to be really quick. I touch my shoulders, boom. But as soon as I touch, I relax. So I'm showing that I kind of pushed my shoulders back, right? I start my roll and going boom. I start my roll, boom, right? And it creates an illusion that you're doing something with your hands to do the body work, but you're actually not, right? It's just an illusion. So you have your isolations. Bailemos. And as you're going down now, you're doing a reverse. Usually reverse starts from your hip and you come back. But this time you're doing with your hip and you're giving momentum. So your chest goes again into isolation and your locked lower body brings it back. So you end up exploding, boom, and coming back. Exploding, boom, and coming back. But not exploding, yes? You're supposed to lead through the hip, the upper body, and as if somebody was holding your shoulders, right? That just went, somebody started holding you and brought you back, right? Not that allowed you to go the whole way. Does that make sense? So you got the momentum, boom, come back. But it's all from here. Your hands nice and relaxed. But just to keep the idea of what's actually happening, right? One more time, isolations. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Body roll. 5, 6, and 7, 8. Make sure your weight is on your right foot. If you're on your right foot, you're good to go. One more time. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. Whoa, guys, if you're not getting warm while you're doing these isolations, you're doing something wrong because I am exhausted. Sal, thank you so much for your donation. I just saw it. Thank you very much. One more time, guys. One more time. 5, 6, 7, we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, the weight is on the left foot. We're doing a step on the spot. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5 and 6 and 7. We repeat again. Isolations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8 on the spot. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5 and 6 and 7, 8. Repetition, right? In the chorus. We're gonna style it out a little bit as you get comfortable with the step. If you're comfortable, give me a sign. This is the sign, yes? And if you're not comfortable, tell me what you want to work on. So one more time, guys. 5, 6, 7, isolation. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5, and 6. We go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7, 8. How's it feeling, those isolations? This body movement looks so cool. Oh, yay! Thank you. It's gonna be even more awesome as we do with the music because it's gonna hit every. It's gonna be amazing, even though I say it myself. So now let's add on the little hand motion, okay? And then we can try everything from the top. So now as we're doing this step on the spot, let's make it a little bit more funky. And what we're gonna do is actually this one way, and then we're gonna do this the other way. But we're gonna do it as we twist our body. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5 and 6 and 7, 8. I start rolling one way. 1 and 2 and 3, change direction. 5 and 6 and 7, 8. Right? One more time. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5 and 6 and 7, 8. So here, if you're twisting your body as you do this, and then changing direction, you're fine. If you're not gonna twist your body and you're gonna be straight as you do this, it becomes Macarena, yes, or conga, right? So it's really important to get that kind of hip street vibe, soften those knees, twist with the syncopation, keep the steps small. You don't want the big steps, keep the steps small, knees are soft, right? And we're twisting. And when you're twisting, Your body's twisting a little bit, and those arms are moving to the direction where we are going. So just try to relax. Don't cover your face with them, and you're going to be just fine. Oh, Benjamin, thank you very much. You're very generous. Thank you, my darling. Thank you for your donation. Okay, here we go. From isolation. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3, 5 and 6 and 7. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3, 5 and 6 and 7, and basic 4 now. Okay, are we ready to do from the top the whole thing? Easy. Half basic. You go under, campana, syncopation with the shoulders. Basic, booty roll, then we turn. As you turn, you're ready to do your next part. Okay, here we go. 5, 6, 7, basic, 1, 2, go under. And 5, 6, 7, campana, 2 and 3, syncopation. 6 and 7, and basic booty roll. And 5, 6, we turn. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, prepare. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6 and 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3, and 5 and 6 again. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6 and 7, and 1 and 2 and 3, 5 and 6 and 7, and basic 4 now. Okay, now we're gonna try with the music, see what happens. So we practice a couple of times, and guys, if you have any questions whatsoever, just ask, okay? Not to worry, but let's just experience it with the music. Let's go. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, go under.
Me trae loco su figura. Casi todo como le queda bien. Combinando con su lipstick con los cafés. Miro quizá su cintura. Cuando ves a los dioses la quieren ver. Ya no tenemos tiempo para hacerte. Y solo la miré y me gustó. Me pegué, la invito y bailemos. La noche está para un reggaeton lento. Esos que no se bailan hace tiempo. Solo la miré y me gustó. Me pegué, la invito y bailemos. La noche está para un reggaeton lento. Esos que no se bailan hace tiempo. Permíteme bailar contigo esta pieza. Entre todas las mujeres, eres tu belleza. Me encanta tu firmeza, te mejor.
How are we feeling, guys? Is it happening? One more time? One more time. But can you see like how amazing the isolation is with the music? But you have to make sure that you are getting the timing. So usually it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, right? So you have to make sure you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7, 8. So that moment there, if you hit that moment, it's gonna be fabulous. Let's go, one more time. Five, 6, 7, 8, 1. Let's go.
Me trae loco su figura. Ese trajecito corto le queda bien. Combinando con su lipstick con los cafés. Miro quizá su cintura. Cuando ves a los dioses la quieren ver. Ya no tenemos tiempo de hacer. Y solo la miré y me gustó. Me pegué, la invito y bailemos. La noche está para un reggaeton lento. Esos que no se bailan hace tiempo. Yo solo la miré y me gustó. Me pegué, la invito y bailemos. La noche está para un reggaeton lento. Esos que no se bailan hace tiempo. Permíteme bailar contigo esta pieza. Entre todas las mujeres, eres tu belleza. Me encanta tu firmeza.
How are we feeling, guys? Is it happening? Guys, if you're okay, we can move on. There's one more bit that we can do. There's one more bit, and then the chorus happens again. So if we can manage to add that one more bit, we can actually continue and then doing the chorus again. So it all just works out perfectly. So not a lot left, guys. We're going to have a little bit more substance and practice a little bit of a longer song. Excellent. Okay, okay, let's keep going. So now, as soon as we finish, there is a point in the music where it goes a little bit more in an active syncopated beat. So we're gonna use that to do syncopations with the legs, okay? We're gonna use a syncopation we've done before, but we're gonna continuously do it non-stop. So we're gonna start with the left foot, and it's a forward, forward, back, back, forward, forward, back, back situation. So we're gonna have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and. So it's a situation, yes? And it's a syncopation, that means we're gonna have to do just a little bit faster. But the easy part is that we actually shifting weight from one leg to another. So we're not actually doing 2 steps with the same leg. Does that make sense? So if I go on my left, then I go on my right. If I go on my left, then I go on my right, right? And it continues until the first tap. So we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That's it. Now your right foot tapped. That was your little moment to change the rhythm, and you come back exactly the same, but this time with your right foot. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and. Okay, one more time. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and. So it's fast. Now, when we do this step a little bit faster, try to use this part of your body. So it's your lower back and your core that allows the feet to move forwards and backwards rather than using the whole body. What happens is when we use the whole body, you end up looking like you're running around, and it's not really cool, right? So what we tend to do is take really small steps, but we allow those steps to happen through here. Look. Right? But my upper body is literally still. I'm not running anywhere. And then as I tap, boom, a little stop, and then off I go again. Boom. Make sense? So there's a little accent there as well. Let's try one more time. 5, 6, 7, and left, right, left, right, left, right, left, tap, right, left, right, step, tap. Last one, that's it. 5, 6, 7, we go. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 2 steps. 1, 2. And now we're gonna step out. And as we step out, we're gonna do another body isolation that is circles around your upper center, right? So I'm gonna be stepping out, and as I step out, I'm going to the side with my body, right? So what we don't want to do, get into the position and then start circulating. It kind of loses its beauty, right? And this move right here, it's very reggaeton. We do this step in Cuban reggaeton salsa. We use it in reggaeton and hip hop. So it's a really, really street kind of look, right? So we're taking that step, and as we start doing circles around our body, right? So now the circle is the usual situation is when we're going side, back, side, and forward with the isolation. Side, back, side, and forward. And this you continue. And that becomes your circle, right? Now, try to keep those arms intact. You don't want the arms to be moving too much. It's more about the body movement, right? So as I'm going to be taking my step, I start that movement, my foot is on the ball of the foot. And as I continue my movement, my right leg is going to stay straight and the left foot bends, and then I gradually put the heel down, so it creates an illusion that I'm going down at the same time. But only do a little bit, because you're going to have to shoot back. So you're going to have tiki, taki, tuki 3 times, come back, and you're going into your base. Okay? Is it only the chest that moves? Only the chest. So you gotta isolate. This is super, super important. It's really tempting to do this. It's nothing to do with the hip in this case. Sometimes we do the hip and not the chest. That's the same but the opposite, right? But in this particular case, we're using the chest movement, and the leg is just there to create the shapes, yes? If the hips move a little bit, it's okay, but you really want to focus on here. And the legs, in this case, is just for the step. And then you're going to come back. Yes? But there's many different variations, and sometimes we use the hip. In this case, we're using the chest. But that's a very good question, actually. So, guys, we did syncopations forwards and backwards. 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 2 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4 slow steps, right? And then we're going 5 and 6 and 7, 8. Now we're going into the basic, but we're going into the basic with our back step. 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6. One more time. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Same chest isolation to the other direction. 5 and 6 and 7, but this time open, and it's your chorus. Does that make sense? I get overexcited. All right, so guys, you did riki, tiki, taki, come back. 3 steps to the side, yes? But we're doing with our back step. 1, 2, crossing back. 5, 6, one more. 1, 2, and we're finishing in that direction. So chest movement, same principle, but I'm taking a step there on my right foot. And this time, we don't need to come back because we have our chorus. So all I'm going to do is keep that open position as we had the first time to continue doing it the same as before. Yes? Guys, any questions? Can we try and put it all together? And this is it. And we're done. We're done. We have our little choreo. Just give me a little sign and we're going to get it started. You know, in my room my body is so hot, but my room is very, very cold. So I feel like doing this. I apologize a little bit if I look rude. Okay, so now guys, I'm going to take it from the top a couple of times, and then we're going to try and practice it with the music. We're going to practice a few times, you know, just going through the motions, trying to remember the routine, then see if we need to fix any of the things or anything, and then we're going to do a couple more times, but with a little bit more flavor, with a little bit more passion, and see what we can achieve with that as well. Oh, Marisol is saying, I'll try my best. You sweetheart, that's all I can ask of you, just your best. Oh, my sweetie. All right, guys, so we have half basic from the top. 5, 6, 7, we go. 1, 2, 3, under. 5, 6, 7, campana. 1, 2, 3, syncopation. 5 and 6 and 7, and 1, 2, booty roll, and 5, 6, 7, 10. 1, 2, 3, 10 again. 5, 6, open, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6 and 7, 8. Riki taki tum, pariki taki tum. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6 and 7, 8. Riki taki tum. Now here, don't sleep. Syncopations. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, and slow. And slow, and boom, pa, come back. Basic with the back step. Basic with the back step. One more. Basic with the back step. And tiki taki tu. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6 and 7, 8. Riki taki tu. Riki taki tu. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6 and 7, 8. Riki taki tu. Riki taki tu. That's it. Okay, guys, let's try. Let's try with the music. And if you have any questions whatsoever, let me know and we can try and do it after the song. Okay, breathe in, breathe out, and let's do this. 5, 6, 7, and 1. Let's go.
Tráelo con su figura, ese trajecito corto le queda bien, combinado con su lipstick con los cafés. Hipnotiza su cintura, cuando ve las los se la quieren ver, ya no perderé más tiempo, me acercaré. Yo solo la miré y me gustó, me pegué, le invito a bailar. reggaetón lento, eso que no se baila hace tiempo. Yo solo la miré y me gustó, me pegué, le invité, bailemos. La noche está para un reggaetón lento. Don't forget syncopation. Wanna bailar conmigo y subir sacar toda la tristeza. Slowly down. Cuando tú firmes, no. Destreza y muévete, muévete, muévete. Hey. Está llena de vida. Dale para arriba, para soltera, la que más te quiero. Muévete, muévete, muévete. Eso la miré y me gustó, me pegué, le invité, bailemos. La noche está para un reggaetón lento. Eso que no se baila hace tiempo. Yo solo la miré y me gustó, me pegué, le invité, bailemos. La noche está para un reggaetón lento. Eso que no se baila hace tiempo. Baila conmigo. La noche está para un reggaetón lento. Eso que no se.
How are you feeling, guys? Is it happening? Don't worry, we're gonna do it again. We're gonna do it again. But just let me know if you need something, help with anything at all. Just let me know and I'll try to help you out. But guys, a couple of things now I'm gonna say before we do the next time, yes? Now that you hopefully remember the choreography more or less, think about what actually I was saying, the difference between the bachata and actually bachata fusion, right? And the difference is that a little bit street, more relaxed component, and it's also about making things clean. Because we're doing a lot of isolations, we're doing a lot of footwork, syncopated motions, right? It has to be clean. So when you are doing different like normal basic steps, you can be nice and relaxed. But as soon as you're hitting something, you gotta hit it hard and you gotta hit it clean. If it's gonna be something, you know, your arms are everywhere, there's no really like consistent clean movement, it just becomes a little bit messy, right? So try to clean it up, and that's basically one thing that could help you out also to look good, not just to feel good. Breathless. That's funny. Anna, thank you so much for your generous donation. Thank you, darling. Hopefully you're enjoying yourself. Great musicality, although my chest isolation is a little bit horrific. Yeah, musicality is great, but Jonathan, to help you with your chest isolation, always think to push the shoulders back. When you're doing your chest isolation here, just push those shoulders back. I think when you're doing your chest isolation, you're going with your lower back, because lower back usually we have really, really strong. So just push those shoulders a little bit back every time. You're pushing with your lower back, push shoulders back as well. So it might keep you a little bit more in where you need to be. That's a little tip, because I have a really strong back as well. I'm very guilty as well going a little bit forward with it. Push that out back with the shoulders, and that will help you out as well to be in a position. Rolling chest, total disaster. Susanna, so rolling chest, this one you mean, as in the body roll, or you mean this one is a disaster? So guys, this one here, you have to disconnect from your legs. Keep the core really tight. So a lot of the times people think that because I'm moving my chest, this is super soft. Is the opposite. This is really tense. So when I'm moving my chest, I can move it in a controlled way. The moment you relax here, Susanna, sometimes it's hard to move the chest. It's like it just doesn't, because a chest movement is also an isolation that's happening around your core. So try, Susanna, next time you do it, completely tense this part, and then use just this part of your body, like the sides that go to different directions, right? And keep it small. Keep it small. And you don't need to necessarily do it so fast. You can do it less, but smaller, yes, and a little bit slower and less numbers, but just to practice. But think, Susanna, keep this as tight as you can, then it's actually easier to isolate, which is the opposite to what it looks like. It seems like such a smooth motion, but no, it isn't. Chest isolation. Well, chest isolation, as I said to Jonathan as well, try to, when you push with your lower back, you push the shoulders back. So that's, helps out. And then the other thing is when you're doing the body roll, right? You just have to make sure that you prepare yourself, and then the shoulders are swinging you back. So if you prepare yourself a little bit here, your shoulders raising your upper body and swinging you back, right? Now, very crucial, guys. I hope you're doing this already, but just in case you're not, keep the knee completely locked and really, really strong when you're doing your body roll. You cannot do it on the soft knees. If your knees are soft, your body roll looks like this. Yes, it's the same as you doing this, and I'm telling you to keep tight here. Same now here is really tight. So then this part of the body roll might be a little bit easier as well. And Susanna, you know what else could actually help you out? I have literally, if you after this class, not now, go back to my YouTube channel. There's literally body rolls and body waves. 10 minutes. 10 minutes, it literally breaks down every little bit. So you might maybe find something that is helpful. Small moves in the isolation, find it tough not to make them a blur. Yes, all about the practice, guys. I feel like my shoulders move up and down in circles instead of the chest moving in horizontal circles. Yes, impossible. Possible. So I think you're doing this. Yes, but it's not the shoulder movement. Actually, I don't think you can move shoulders. Well, this looks weird, right? But I don't think you can move shoulders without moving your chest, if that makes any sense, Abena. So when you moving your shoulders, that chest kind of goes the same way. So it's not a bad thing to move those shoulders. Just try to relax into it and feel where your chest is going. And you will find that you cannot move your chest without moving your shoulders, or you cannot move your shoulders without moving your chest. Does that make sense? So you might be onto something, Albena. Let me know if that works out for you. In the chest isolation with the rolls at the end, that I'm finding difficult. Just need practice. Yes, 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 yes. What do you do with the head on the end, reverse body roll? Nothing. Nothing to do with the head. When I'm doing my movement on reverse body roll, my head is where it is. There's nothing happening with the head on the reverse body roll. The only thing that influences my head is the first movement. Yes, my first movement, my chin goes down, and then I want to do the small version, the more like for the men. And if you want to do bigger one, you're doing here. That's the only time when I actually use my head. All of the other movements into reverse body roll, it's my body. My head is with my body, so it goes where my body is, but I'm not doing any of this movement because we're not doing sensual bachata. We are doing fusion. So we're keeping it a bit more strict. You're the best teacher. Nina, you sweetheart. Have you got video on the chest isolation? Yes, Anna. Guys, I have videos on the chest isolation, body isolation, hip isolation, body rolls, separate video for body waves. I got it all. All you need to do in the YouTube, write body waves Rasa or booty roll Rasa. And all of those videos will come up. I have some videos that literally exercises, some videos that just technique, and they short, 10 minutes max. So you're gonna get everything you need, really. And if you have more questions, just ask me. Oh, Mr. D, you're welcome. Okay, guys, we're not finished, yes? Guys, we're not finished. We're doing it one more time. So now, remember what we talked about? Now that you remember the choreo, there's certain techniques that are not 100% there. Don't worry. Sometimes it just takes time. But don't get put off by the fact that maybe your body hasn't got the technique just yet. It just takes time. You might need to practice a couple more months or something to develop certain techniques, right? So just be patient with yourself, but try to have a little bit of fun, right? Such an awesome song. We're doing nice rhythms. We're moving our bodies. We're doing funky movements. Here you can make it a bit more sexy if you're a lady. If you're a guy, you can make it cool. Ba, ba, yes? Try to give a little bit of flavor to the dance because, well, it's a Saturday and we're doing it on YouTube based on donations. So have fun. That's at least what you can do. If you come to a free class and you don't enjoy yourself, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, ready? And we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go.
Luego su figura, ese trajecito corto le queda bien, combinando con su lipstick color café, se ve bien. Me hipnotiza su cintura, cuando Cuando eres a los dioses la quieren ver, ya no perderé más tiempo, me acercaré. Yo solo la miré y me gustó, me pegué, le invito y bailemos. La noche está para revolver, esos que no se bailan hace tiempo. Yo solo la miré y me gustó, me pegué, le invito y bailemos. La noche está para un reggaetón lento, esos que no se bailan hace tiempo. Permíteme bailar contigo esta pieza, entre todas las mujeres se siente tu belleza, me encanta tu firmeza, te la mi fortaleza, y muévete, 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 porque cada vida te está llena de vida, sube la goma, dale para arriba donde tú andas soltera, y sin miedo, muévete, 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 yo solo la miré y me gustó, me pegué, le invité y bailemos, la noche está para un reggaetón lento, esos que no se bailan hace tiempo, yo solo la miré y me gustó, me pegué, le invité y bailemos, la noche está para un reggaetón lento, esos que no se bailan hace tiempo. Baila conmigo, la noche está para un reggaetón lento, esos que no se bailan hace tiempo. Do you know I like it when I take.
Guys, give yourself a round of applause. Well done, well done, well done. How are you feeling? Oh, yeah, I am a living encyclopedia. Yes, guys, I have a lot of facts of bachata. Some I get it wrong sometimes, I guess. I get mixed up. You know, guys, always remember this is for the future. Because all of my sessions are live, sometimes, you know, I get excited and stuff, and I might say sometimes something that is incorrect, but not because I don't know, because I got mixed up and in the moment I didn't realize. So if that ever happens, don't start attacking me. Just send me a personal message saying, okay, Rasa, I think you meant this, and I'll be like, oh my God, and I'll fix it immediately, yes? But don't be like, oh, how dare you say this? I get excited. It's a live stream. It's not easy to keep the energy going. You know, sometimes the adrenaline is flowing, and you say something, and you're like, oh, and there's no taking back. You already said it. So forgive me sometimes. But I hope you enjoyed yourself, guys. Oh, you sweethearts. Now, guys, a couple of things before you go, and then I'll set you free, okay? Oh, thank you, Mary Lou. Thank you so much. Guys, couple of things. First of all, I have a bachata and salsa technique class coming up, and this is going to be February. On the 15th, Monday, that's going to be a salsa technique class. It's a workshop. And then there's going to be a bachata one the Monday after. This is the link where you can book. This one is £10, but it's 2 hours on Zoom, and it's a technique workshop. And what we're going to do is absolutely no new steps. So those are going to be all of the steps you already know, but according to the style you're going to choose to dance, whether it's salsa or bachata, is what techniques you're going to learn. You're going to learn how to turn out your feet. You're going to learn how to use your core. You're going to learn how to do exercises for your balance. You're going to learn how to use your turns, for your turns, your spinning, your neck, and everything. But it's going to be based on structure. I'm going to make a program for you that you can actually keep with yourself and practice it. There's going to be a program that I actually film for you, and you're going to keep it for yourself. And I think it's something that is left behind in classes sometimes when there's loads of people and everything. But here on Zoom, I'll get to see you. You're going to get to see me if you want to be seen, of course. And there's going to be some time left as well in the end to talk about things. Any questions that you had that something's not working in that particular style, you can ask, even if it's not part of the class. We're going to keep time for that as well. So I think it's a really beneficial class. If you haven't booked and you're interested, book. And if you need to talk to me about it and you're not sure or something, you can easily find me on Instagram. I answer to all of your questions. So just send me a DM. That's my handle, Rasa Pauzaite. I am on carpet, so it's quite hard to turn. Any tips? Socks. Socks, socks, socks. I dance on carpets, and of course it's not the same as a wooden floor, but it's fine. If you put on socks that are a little bit more like skinnier material, it's not fat socks, you know, and they tight on the foot, that they're not loose or anything, you're fine. You can dance on socks, no problem, and you can turn. Will you be able to do triple spins? Probably not. Double, manageable. It's manageable, so you should be fine. But it's more about, you know, a lot of the times when you're not experienced to turn and you're turning on the carpet, you think it's because of the carpet, but it's actually because we're not experienced how to keep our balance and how to balance ourselves on the ball of the feet, right? But overall, carpet is not a problem. Put good socks on with light material and tie it on your foot so they wouldn't be falling off your foot. And you're absolutely fine to do the tens. No problem whatsoever. And work more on your balance and your core, and that should help you out. Rastatic. Oh my God, Matt, did you just invent a new word? Rastatic. Oh, love it. Oh, de nada, Jocelyn, de nada. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Guys, one more thing. Tomorrow, as I say, we're celebrating Leila's birthday at Lady Styling. Everybody's welcome to join in. It's choreography week. We're doing literally choreographies, 2 songs, one for bachata, one for salsa. Bachata 5:30, and we have salsa 6:45. We literally have awesome songs, and we're going to be doing a cool choreography, and we're going to be celebrating Leila's birthday as well. So if you want, even if you're a guy, but you want to join in and try to learn the choreography, you're more than welcome to. With me, everybody's welcome. Oh, my pleasure. Femin. I say you, I say ti. Yes, Layla says, bring your drinks, guys. Bring your drinks. And guys, look at this bag. Soon, this bag is going to be for sale. And I think it's going to be for sale tomorrow. So I'll tell you more about that tomorrow. But for now, I'm not going to burden you anymore. Guys, next week, Saturday, we're doing Kali Salsa. How about that? Now, I am not, a guru at Kali salsa, but I know fundamentals pretty well. I've been doing Kali in clubs for a very long time. Usually, all of the salsa after parties would end up in a Kali club till 4 or 6 in the morning with a lot of aguardiente. So I know some Kali. So we're going to do a Kali class. I thought, let's do some cardio. Let's learn a little bit of footwork. Let's have some fun with it. So whoever is coming next Saturday, this is what we're doing. Get your water by your side because we're going to be doing Kali salsa. That's what's happening next Saturday, but hopefully most of you, I'll see you tomorrow, and then I'm sure I'll see you around again. Guys, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday, and thank you for everybody who's donating. I really appreciate you keeping this channel alive. It's really, really nice of you to be part of this family. Thank you very much. Thank you, guys. Okay, I leave you now. I go into my loneliness. Bye, guys.